You
Okay.
are tuned to K100
right.
Radio, Hip Hop and R&B.
What's happening? Yeah.
K100, you bastard!
The shots are fired. K100 Radio. What's happening? 347-934-0966. That is the number to dial into the show, man. We are live right now. This is a direct line interview on K100 Radio. You know what it is, man. When we come through, man, we bring you people that we want to chop it up with. We have a really dope guest today for you guys, man. Welcome, everybody. Shout out to everybody that's listening to us live right now on iTunes Radio. We appreciate you. TuneIn Radio, we appreciate you. Instagram Live, what's happening? Facebook Live, what up? Carmen Pearson, Chi-Town already in the building. Oh, Sean Money, what's up? He just had a dope interview with Tyler Kweli right before we did this. Yeah, shout out to Sean Money for booking that, right? All right, man. So you know what this is? When we do a direct line interview, man, we promise to bring some dope shit and have a dope conversation, you dig? And right now, I got the drill queen herself, all right? Miss Drillery Clinton. Katie Got Bandz is on the line with us right now. Katie Got Bandz, what's up?
Yo, what's good?
What's happening, man? What's going on? Welcome to our broadcast. We appreciate you for stopping through. It's big time for us. You know what I'm saying? We talk to a lot of people, man, but we don't have a lot of artists that's coming through, man, with millions and millions of YouTube views and a real grind and touring nationwide and all kind of stuff, man. So welcome to our broadcast. How you doing today?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing great. Well, first of all, please formally introduce yourself to our broadcast. I give you the floor to say whatever it is you want to say to go ahead and set this thing off, and we're going to put it in motion. You've got the floor, Katie.
Yo, what's up? It's your girl, Katie Got Bandz, checking in from Chicago.
All right. That's what's up. Let's get it.
You
All right,
are
y'all.
tuned to K100 Radio, Hip Hop and R&B.
So, you know, most times we talk to people on K100 Radio, you know, we're real heavy with the independent artists, and we're trying to help everybody on the come up. So a lot of times we don't talk to people who've already been on Vlad, who've already been on Sway in the Morning, you know what I'm saying? Hot hip hop, all kind of stuff. So she's seasoned. So I had to dig deep in my bag to try to come up with some questions that she hasn't already been asked 1,000 times. You feel me? So first of all, but we're gonna make sure that we get into some dope music. She's got a new single called "Work It, Girl." That's dope. That's dropping. We're gonna play that for you. You know, everybody that's watching over here on the Facebook live feed, you guys are gonna see some of the videos that accompany some of the songs that we playing. If you're not on the Facebook live feed, if you're listening to us on the iTunes or whatever, you hear all the music. But if you want to catch the visual, visit our Facebook page right now. You'll be able to see all these videos that we're gonna drop. You feel me? But she's got a new single called "Work It, Girl." We're gonna talk about that first, Katie. Tell us about that, and then where you been and what's popping with you.
Working, and still doing shows, still doing features, you know, working on my new EP. But Work It, Girl, how that song came about with me and my friends, we were just chilling and partying and hanging out. And then, you know, we just be coming up with our own lingo.
Right. And, you know, I got, so I went back and I did, you know, some fairly extensive, you know, research and history on, you know, just your background, because you've done so many interviews and you talked to so many different people. And I went and looked back and I dug deep and I went and looked at a couple of the projects that you had and some stuff. And before we go any further, I just want to make sure that I just personally tell you that I salute your grind. Like, I'm real big on the grind. People can have all the opinions they want to have in the world about music. Everybody's got their own taste in music. What they listen to is what they listen to. That is what it is. But grind is something that you have or you don't, you do or you didn't do. And I just looked at everything that you've been through, and you really got it out of the mud. It doesn't look like anything was handed to you. So first of all, I just want to salute you from this broadcast, and just for me personally, to saying that when I did my research on you, you really got it out of the mud. So I respect that more than anything. Opinions about music doesn't matter to me when it comes down to the grind. So big respect for everything that you've done, you know, the way you came out. I know your life has changed a lot. And I remember you saying one time that you used to, you know, dream about doing this in high school. So now that everything has come full circle and you've been on tour and you've got, you know, projects out and everything. How does it feel? Do you feel like so far in life you've just been a huge success? Are you surprised by any of your success that has come to your way?
Yeah, sometimes I still be freezing up and I be surprised, but I don't feel like I made it yet. You know, I feel like I made it when I sell 1 million+ records and get some plaques, you know.
Interesting.
But I am grateful to be where I am today, you know.
Yes, definitely. I feel like, you know, all things considered, and this is just because of what we do in our particular brand, what we do. To me, you're successful already, and there's levels of success. But to me, I'm talking about successful. When it comes down to independent artists, you are right now being able to provide for yourself and via music, and that's still like winning the lottery when it comes down to hip hop. When it comes down to musicians, period. If we just being honest about everything, you know, the odds of somebody actually being able to sustain themselves for a living through music is still like hitting Powerball. You know, considering how many people trying to do music. So, to me personally, you're already successful. But I know everybody's got their goals, and once you set them, you set them. So I want to jump into some of the business side of it real quick. We won't harbor on it too long before we get into the music. But I want to ask you about this. Your current situation as an artist, label. You deem yourself still an independent artist. What's your label situation? Who are you signed to? What's going on right there as far as your projects right now that's dropping out? How are they coming out? On your own imprint, or who are you signed with right now, if you are signed at all?
I'm not signed to anyone. I'm independent. I have a few, like, you know, I have people calling and reaching out, but I'm still independent. As far as projects, I have DC4, the rebirth of the Drill Queen, dropping soon, and I have an EP, Sister Bitch, I'm working on.
Okay, all right. So, harping up that one question real quick, I got to ask you this. How do you feel about this? From a business standpoint, the position that you're in, I feel like someone like you as an artist, you're in a negotiating position of power. That's what we call it. You're in a position where you can dictate and set terms, whereas someone who's never done anything, they have to take what they're given. So how do you feel if you say people have been calling you and people have been reaching out? What do you feel about taking a full-on 360 deal? Do you feel like that's what you'll do if the right person offers it to you? Because Stat Quo right now is saying that that's the only deal that anybody that's investing, you know, any real money, all the big boys are giving out are 360s. What do you feel about that as an artist in your position?
Well, me personally, you know, I done been in a few messed up situations. So if the paperwork right and, you know, the numbers are right, then I would recommend people to do it. But people need to know what they getting themselves into, because you don't want to just take a record deal and have to sign over your life, you know. Right. So and you can make that advance money off shows.
Right. And so with that's the thing with me, where when people say, well, you know, 360 deal, whatever, and you know, back in the day, your show money was your show money, but once you sign one of those deals, they start dipping into the pot as far as the shows and everything, the likeness, everything. You know what I'm saying? Everything they start cutting into the slices of the pies that way. And as an artist like yourself who gets a lot for shows right now, you know that's a big determining factor as far as I'm concerned. And I also want, but go ahead, please. What were you about to say? Go ahead.
Yeah, then, you know, being signed to people and stuff like that, like you can't drop music when you want to. You got to get records cleared to drop, like videos and all of that. Like, I'm my own boss, so like I like to be able to move when I want to move. But if anything changed, then, you know, that's that. Yeah.
I understand that, the freedom of it, but like I said, I think, you know, someone like yourself, you're in a good place because not only do you have the freedom to drop your music, you can drop the music. That's the thing. Barring anything, you know, that may come up your way, I just feel like, you know, I looked at the content, and that's, like I said, it was a testament to the grind of just how much content that you got out. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you said something also that piqued my interest. And I'm not one of these people that want to pit all the female artists against each other, so I'm not asking you the question to say anything about anybody specific. But you said something like on one of your posts about, you know, people going viral, people trying to go viral, and you trying to drop music. What do you feel about, you know, situations where artists fell into success? They were never really rappers at first, and then they do something crazy on the internet, and they blow up, and then they want to drop an album. What do you feel about that as an artist? Somebody that's actually put in the work and put the work in.
Can you repeat the question, please?
What do you feel about people who fell into being a rapper? Like they did something crazy on social media, and then they went viral, so they have attention, so now they want to rap, and they put out content, and people actually check the content out for some reason, even if it's garbage. What do you feel about people who fell into the success like that? I saw you mention something on social media, like you was like, yo, people trying to go viral. I'm dropping music over here. Like, what do you feel about that when that happens?
I mean, I salute anybody who get into their grind, no matter what they doing to get their attention. Sometimes that's what you have to do, you know. I respect anybody who get into it.
All right. That's the answer. So I got another question for you then. How many are you coming out with another with the Jewelry Clinton series? Are they done? Are you doing another one? I heard you said you was ending that and transferring over to another kind of music. What's the status on that as far as that mixtape series go?
I never said I was ending it or transferring over. When I did the DC3, I said I was switching up, doing different type of music.
Uh-huh.
I'm not ending it because that's what created me. Like, you know, that's how I got established from drill music. I'm not transferring over or anything. I'm just versatile with my music now, because if I try to like switch over and the people always ask for it, and then when I give it to them, they be like, we want the old Katie back, you know. But I pretty much try to keep the fans happy.
Right. So let me ask you this then. What do you think about, you said earlier on this particular interview, you said, you feel like you won't be successful until you sell 1 million records. And I'm like, in 2018, they've got all these different ways of measuring what platinum is. Now, you don't have to necessarily sell records. You can get them streamed or whatever. What do you think the future of streaming is right now as far as mixtapes? Because it used to be a time where you could measure platinum. Like, you had to sell something, or even if you didn't really sell it and they faked the numbers, you still had to go through a certain avenue. Now you got all these different ways to go certified platinum. What do you feel the future of mixtapes versus you dropping content and albums on like platforms like Spotify or whatever? Which one do you think would be more important right now as far as where you at right now? When you first came out, you were doing a mixtape series. Will you drop an album, like a pure album, or what do you think?
Right now, I'm focused on dropping singles to build up the hype and the buzz, you know, to get them ready for a mixtape or EP, you know. Mm-hmm. But as far as how it used to be and how it is now, I like the new wave with the streaming. I love it.
Really? Really? Oh, because I often talk to people who came up during the height of the mixtape era, and they're like, but I would also think that everybody would like this, because at least now, some kind of more often than not, you can actually get a little bit of money if the song is high up on the they're still paying out pennies. Of course, you know that Spotify and everybody, they're still paying pennies on the dollar. But at least you can get something, whereas people could stream it 1 trillion times on certain mixtape sites and you never really get anything out of it. So I'm with you on that. I definitely agree. But I often talk to people who came up, via mixtapes, and they kind of like, they're not that fond of it. But it's interesting that you would say that. I'm going to move on to another couple of questions, and then we're going to jump into this new single that you got. One, let me break real quick. This is K100 Radio.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
Facts.
K100, you bastards.
And we're live right now with Katie Got Bandz, Chi-Town representing in the building. You know what I'm saying? And speaking of streaming, the content, there's been some controversy about right now Spotify coming out, and they're starting to ban artists over shit that has nothing to do with necessarily their music. They're starting to ban people based on their actions. What do you feel about that? I mean, everybody, what do you feel about, one of your fellow Chi-Town natives was the first person that got the news recently with R. Kelly being banned over stuff that happened outside of his music career. What do you feel about that now that you're saying, the streaming is where it's at, but now these streaming giants have this power to say, hey, we're just going to snatch you off this playlist, and that's going to significantly affect everything. The fans will still get the music if they want to, but what do you feel about it? What do you feel about platforms banning music right now based on the actions of artists? What do you feel about that, Katie?
I don't necessarily I don't like that they do that, because for one, a lot of these people is out here lying, and making up bull crap, to try to bring people down or to try to mess up their career or whatever like that, because half of the time these people be lying anyway just to get some attention or some money. And I don't think that that's right, because people is out here making sacrifices to feed their families, and doing what they love, making music. You know,
Yeah.
I don't think that that's right.
Ah.
That they can't connect to their fans because of what someone else said, because you don't even know if it's true or not.
Exactly. Especially when, and I know, you know, you're a female artist, and you know, and people understand that, you know, males and females, we are inherently different. And I get flack because I said this. I pretty much said the same thing. It's not whether or not I believe anyone did anything, but until somebody actually gets proven guilty in court or something. I mean, but you know, you get people that get found guilty in court who didn't do anything. You got all these black men getting let out of prison right now after 20 years because, you know, and now that DNA is around and you can disprove it. So I mean, even if you get found guilty in the quote unquote justice system, you can still be not guilty. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with you on that. I think it's a very dark path, and as I predicted, soon as they banned R. Kelly, all of a sudden now everybody wants to ban, you know, a couple of more artists, Chris Brown, Eminem, whoever, anybody that said anything negative about a female artist. You know what I'm saying? I think it's just a rabbit hole that they don't want to go down, but it seems like they're going to go down it. You know what I mean? So, you know, yeah, I don't know what you have to say about that. Well, you know, but I'm going to go ahead and move on. One other thing that I thought was interesting about you, you're not really shy about talking about your past coming up, you know what I'm saying, some of your transgressions and some of your legal matters and stuff. Do you have any plans, or are you doing it right now to utilize your position as someone who has a voice and a platform that reaches thousands and thousands of, really millions of people actually, to try to go back and reach back and try to help some of the youth? If you have anything like that that's going on right now, I'd like for you to talk about it if you do, or if you have any plans to do it.
Yes, I talk to the kids. Like, I go to the grammar schools and the high schools, and I talk to them like at events and stuff like that. Like, and I'm not afraid to tell my story because that's, you know, that's my testimony now, you know. So, like, I used to be nervous to talk about it, or I used to get discouraged or be sad and crying when I think about it or talk about it. But it's like, now my past, it motivates me, you know, and I don't mind sharing what I've been through because I can stop other people from experiencing the same thing or worse.
Yes.
And I can motivate them.
Yes. Do you feel a level of obligation to little children right now as an artist? And I want to be perfectly clear when I ask you this, because this is a question that sometimes people kind of side-eye me on, and it's just a straight-up question. Like, do you feel any obligation to worry about what you say or how you present yourself in a public platform now that you have millions of eyes on you, and then at the same time have to understand that as an artist, this is art? Like, I think it's unfair, and I've said it 1,000 times, that we'll worry about the smallest thing that a hip-hop artist does, but somebody can make a movie killing 10,000 people, and people will say, oh, that's just a movie, that's not real. How do you balance? In hip hop, people want you to be real, Katie. You know that. You from Chicago. You from Chi-Town. You feel what I'm saying? You came up through the drill era. Mm-hmm. You know how your reputation, proven, backing up what you say on tracks matters in hip hop more than anything. But it's still entertainment. It's still, you know, a form of entertainment. How do you balance being real and then also worrying about, okay, I really mean what I say, but at the same time, I've got these kids watching me. How do you balance that as an artist?
Well, first of all, music is like you said, it's an entertainment, and it's about it. Just like when I create music, I'm not thinking about no kids. Like, you know, no disrespect to the parents or the kids who probably tuned in, but like when I make music, I don't think about like trying to become a role model with my music, because I'm not a gospel rapper, you know. Mm-hmm. So, and then it's not my job for me to try to be. For me to not curse on my music or on my social media because someone else's kids is watching. Like, you be a role model to your own kids. Like, I can be a role model, but it's only so far that I can go. Like, I don't have kids, so I don't have to dress a certain way or say certain stuff, because when I make my music based on how I feel.
Right. Exactly. A couple people over there are definitely giving you some hearts on that answer right there over there on Instagram Live. They definitely feeling that answer. Shout out to everybody watching us right now on Instagram Live and all my Facebook people. Shout out to the Shaquela, Candace Johnson, Judson Michael, Carmen Pearson, Lexa, Everybody that's over there on the Facebook live feed that's checking us out and watching us right now, that's rocking with us, I really appreciate you guys. Again, 347-934-0966. That is the number to dial into the show. You feel free to hit the lines. I don't know how much time Katie Got Bandz has, but if we still have her on the line, we'll definitely let you guys call in with your questions. That's 347-934-0966. I saw you sit down with Sway and some of those questions that you got on the call in. I was like, I don't know if I want people to call in for this one, Katie. You know what I'm saying? I was like,
yeah, sometimes they be going over. They go overboard with it sometimes.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know if I want to open up the phone lines like that, but I'll do it. And if you guys call, if we have time, we'll do that. So you want to get into some of this music or not? You ready?
Yeah, of course I want to get into the music.
That's why you're here, right? Obviously, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, let's get it.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, Hip Hop and R&B.
All right. You know who it is.
K100, you bastards.
Now the shot's really finna be fired. We live right now with Katie Got Bandz on the line. All right, this is K100 Radio. I'm your host, Blizzard. Thanks, everybody, for tuning into the show. We appreciate it. Shout out to everybody that's listening to us right now. If you missed this live and you're listening to this podcast style on SoundCloud or you're watching the replay on our YouTube page, please make sure you subscribe and or follow accordingly. All right? We need to get those numbers up. So we got Katie Got Bandz on the line right now, and we're finna get ready to drop this new joint she's got. Katie, she a little bit crazy. She a little crazy, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute, you know what I'm saying? So Katie Got Bandz, Work It Girl. Go ahead and tell us about this song, and we're going to go ahead and run it for these people. Go ahead.
First of all, I need y'all to go download it and stream it everywhere. But the new single, Work It Girl, yeah, I'm about to take over the charts with this one. Need y'all to tune in.
All right.
Video shoot in Chicago this Wednesday at the entrance.
All right, dope. So, can they pull up?
All is welcome.
Oh, you heard her.
All is welcome.
All right.
21 to enter. Must show ID.
Okay. So you heard it right here on K100 Radio. Everybody that's in the Chi-Town that's listening right now, pull up on Katie, man, and check it out. This is Work It Girl. Katie Got Bandz new joint. Make sure you support the artist, man. If you like this music, man, you know, go out, support the artist. When the video drop, share the link. You feel me? Go over there, do some comments, man. Subscribe to the page. That's what this is all about. This is all about connecting our audience with these artists, man. I appreciate it taking the time to come over here and rock with K100 Radio. This is Work It Girl, K100 Radio. Y'all check this out. We'll be right back with Katie Got Bandz. We're not done. Pump your brakes. Let's go.
K100, you bastards.
Ow, you have got to work it, girl. Give me cut, give me kitty cut. Now walk for me, walk for me, walk for me. Give me, ow, work it, girl. Do your shit, little sister, bitch.
30-inch bundles and I'm swinging it.
Ow.
Stilettos on my feet, nails pink as shit.
Katie.
Looking like a snack for a champion.
Do it.
Dress spinning right like I hit the gym.
Buddy.
Brother nigga in the corner see me getting lit. So I sent the bottle Perrier to quench his thirstiness. I done threw the deuce safe back, roll the wood. A night for the Kodak, I'm feeling good.
Katie.
I ain't got no ass, I can't tell cause I'm twerking like I got a BBL. DJ playing my songs and I'm feeling it.
Katie.
Whoa, now work it, little sister, bitch.
Work it, girl.
Work it, girl.
Gotta do your shit.
Do your shit, son.
Little sister, bitch.
Work it,
Work it, work it. Work it, girl. Gotta do your shit.
Do your shit, son.
Little sister, bitch. Work it, girl.
Question session, baby. Yeah, it's showtime. Lights, camera, action, yeah, it's showtime. Me and my sister bitches intrude on your time. Give me icy nigga, let a bitch shine. Paparazzi take a flash, a bitch here. Never man them little bops, just meet me on the rooftop. We smoking, drinking, popping, and it's nonstop. Cashed out today, so I bought the bar out. Rule number one, keep your hair done. Dark red or even blondes, they're a lot of fun. Rule number two, show that kitty preen, yeah. Now work it, little sister, bitch.
Work it, girl. Gotta do your shit.
Better do your what?
Little sister, bitch.
Kill him, bitch. Give me,
Work it, girl.
give me.
Gotta do your shit.
Put this pussy in your face. Come here, break it, now
It's going down. Here's another exclusive interview on K100 Radio.
All right. Work it. Yeah.
K100, you bastards.
You know what it is. It's K100 Radio. We still rocking with Katie Got Bandz on the line right now. Representing Chi-Town, Drill Queen. Drillery Clinton herself is on the line right now. And that was her new joint called Work It right there, man. That's definitely hype. That's definitely club. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn it, shake your weave in the VIP. Stunning them hoes music. You know what I'm saying? Right there, Katie. That's definitely what I got from that, right? Was that the goal?
Yeah, that's all of the above what you just said.
With the long 30-inch. You see it on the picture right there. Y'all see how long that weave is? God damn. Woo! All right. Anyway, before we get ready to roll out, I know we only had you for about 30 minutes, so I know you're busy. You know, I want to say something else, and I got a couple of videos, and I hope that you'll pick which one of these videos that we want to show these people. We got a couple of them lined up for you. We got a new joint called Gang. I know you may want people to hear that, right?
Of course, I just dropped that about a month ago. Gang, produced by Block on the Track.
All right, and Block on the Track is your cousin, right? Is that your cousin?
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
All right. So everything that I think that's really dope about your story. When I went back and you was like, that's my cousin, and he put you in the studio back in the day. You used to tell him you wanted to rap, and at one point he was like just tired of you getting in trouble. Come to the studio, and now here you are right now, man, really doing the damn thing. I think that's really dope. Shout out to him. Shout out to Block on the Track. You feel me?
Shout out to you. Really did your research.
Oh yeah. If I'm gonna talk to somebody, I mean, the thing with us, with
you gotta know what you're saying, huh?
Yeah. Well, especially when we talk to somebody that's really out there. For the most part, a lot of artists that we interview, Katie, to be honest with you, because we deal with the come up. You feel me? We catch them before they get 2.6 million views per video. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, you feel me? But when you put the work in like you did, we go and make sure we got our facts straight and everything. I think I did pretty good so far. What you think?
Yeah, you really did. You really did. You get a clap for that.
All right. Thank you. I clap myself. I appreciate it. All right.
I thought you was going to punch it.
So, look, but one thing I got to say, female artists, man, I saw a collaboration and that you had with Dreezy and Sasha, and I really thought that joint was really dope. What do you feel about all of these people? One thing I do hate, and one thing I just hate that you female artists have to contend with. Everybody feel like y'all got to be beefing 24/7. That shit getting to my fucking nerve. Like that's really getting old. Can you speak on that for a minute? I mean, I know some people you just ain't gonna like. Sometimes you gonna have beef. Beef is a part of hip hop. I ain't mad at beef if it's legit, but just because they two female rappers and somebody got to be the big dog. I mean, can you just speak on that real quick, and we'll get to some more music.
Well, me personally, I don't have any beef with anybody. I salute all the women out here that's doing their thing, the up and coming, the established, whatever you want to call it. Like the only way you gonna see me throwing a shot is if somebody throw a shot at me first. But other than that, I don't do diss records. I drop hits and I say facts.
Right. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. I wanted to make sure I stayed.
But if they want to start some BS, I be with it,
Oh yeah. Just so you know. Just so we understand, Chi-Town in the building, okay? So you know. All right. So let's jump into the Gang joint. The gang record. Tell me about this one. And for everybody that's watching on Facebook, like I said, if you're on our Facebook Live page, you'll see the video. We got the video loaded up for you. It's dope. Chris cinematography and everything. But if you're listening on the broadcast, if you're listening on the K100 Radio app, thank you. We appreciate it on all our iTunes and TuneIn Radio people. We love you guys. But you're going to be able to hear the song too. All right. But if you're on the Facebook live page, you'll be able to see this video. Tell us about the Gang video, Katie.
The Gang video, they didn't even, they didn't show all the good stuff, It was pretty much a party inside of the studio, and, it was a party inside of the studio, and it was a party somewhere else. But, yeah, it was lit. I was lit with my gang.
All right.
We had a ball, but,
All right.
It's a remix on the way.
Hey, you be, but you know one thing about it though, you do be lit. You always look like I looked at several of your videos. I saw the maturity. I saw the growth to where the very first one, from I Need a Hitter to where you really looked like you was kind of nervous as hell in front of that camera to where you at now. That's some real growth. That's why I just had to respect and salute you, because I was like, I looked at that video and now look at the newer videos and I'm like, bro, she really got in her bag. Like she really got comfortable within her own skin. You feel me? It just seems like over time you got comfortable.
Yeah, I used to be camera shy, but now I don't care. Like who right there?
Right.
I had to learn that because then when the video be done and finished, edited, and all of that, I used to be like, oh my God, I don't like it. Like I do not like I Need to Hear the Video. I do, but I don't.
Right.
Because that was my very first record, you know, that took off. But it was like if I would have knew then what I know now, I wouldn't have never done the video without my hair fixed all the way, and I wouldn't have had that big old gut out. And I would have had my makeup done, you know.
Yeah,
but you learn.
Yeah, you learn. The point is you learn, though. Salute. All right, so let's check out the gang video right now. This is K1's radio. Again, if you guys are listening on the apps and anything like that, you'll be able to hear the music. You feel me? But everybody that's on Facebook Live, you guys are in for a treat. Let's check it out.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, Hip Hop and R&B.
Lil gang. Lolo gang. It ain't a damn thing changed. Bitch, I'm still with the gang. I'm in traffic with them things. Like a man called gang. Smoking wood, sipping drink. Off the shits with the gang. I get that bag and it ain't changed. Still rep the same gang. Ready to Patron for the Henny. And bitch might have Malaysian, not ring. Katie got the juice like Simply. And we don't play with 38s, we told them glizzy. I'm that bitch up in my city. Make a call now, riding around and drilling. Can't lie, been in since the building. And we'll shoot at everything but the children. I've been making plays for a check. Fucking with the plug in the connect. Tryna run it up like steps. And if they mail it to me, they finesse. And my youngest shooting like stuff. They like how she got it on her in a dress. Hit her V11, make a mess. I let her see a bitch about a check. Bam, it ain't a damn thing changed. Bitch, I'm still with the gang. I'm in traffic with them things. Like a man called gang. Smoking wood, sipping drink. Off the shits with the gang. I get that bag and it ain't changed. Still rep the same gang. Bitch, I got a check, they call me Bandz. And we can drop them balls and throw them hands. I ain't never lost weed on a man. A bitch wanna rump, we can fan. And I got the Smurfs in my pants. Blue Hunters got it hard for me to dance. Off the Martin got it hard for me to stand. Seen the ops in the club and they ran. I ain't got no time to be playing. And I'm touching on money on command. And my team ball like Lance. Call a case and call Franks for the jam. Never waste no time on the goofy. Hit the mall, cashing out on that Gucci. Try to rob me gang, smoke them like a Lucha. And bitch, I'm with my gang like Tookie. Gang, it ain't a damn thing changed. Bitch, I'm still with the gang. I'm in traffic with them things. Like a man called gang. Smoking wood, sipping drink. Off the shits with the gang. I get that bag and it ain't changed. Still rep the same gang.
Yeah.
You are tuned to the K100 Radio, Hip Hop and R&B.
Again. And we get ready to roll out. You know who it is.
K100, you bastards.
I really appreciate everybody for rocking with us over here. We getting ready to sign off with Katie Got Bandz right now. And I got one more. I'm going to let her go. But before I go, I got to run that joint that I thought that was really dope that she had with Dreezy and Sasha. I thought that was a really dope collaboration, and I'm a fan of collaborations. I love to see artists on the track and then 3 females on the track doing their thing. So I'm going to end it with that, but I'm going to let her go. But we're going to get ready to sign her off because I know she got things to do. But before we get ready to roll out, any words you want to leave the people with, Katie?
Don't be scared to chase your dreams. Make sure you follow me on my social media at Katie Got Bandz with Z. Twitter and Instagram, Katie Got Bandz. Snapchat, Katie Got Bandz 22. Download the stream, work it, girl. Go watch gang new video. Then song for the EP Sister Bitch coming soon.
You know what it is. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming through and rocking with us, man. Wish you much success. Go ahead and do your thing, baby. You feel me? I rock with it, all right?
Katie, I thank you for having me on the show.
For sure. She a little bit crazy. But we love crazy.
Get crazy.
Yeah, we love crazy, don't we, fellas? Yeah, we love crazy. When it's time to be crazy, we love crazy. I'm going to let that go, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep it professional. I'm a fucking professional over here. All right. Katie Got Bandz. And before we go, we're going to ride out, man. Check out this joint with Dreezy featuring Sasha and Katie Got Bandz. This is a dope cut. And we're going to leave y'all with this. K100 Radio, you bastards. Yeah.
K100, you bastards. You bastards.
Zero, 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 zero. I think I know why these bitches mad, cause I'm steady counting these zeros. But I swear to God, I don't see you hoes, cause all I see is these zeros. I think I know why these bitches mad, cause I'm steady counting these zeros. But I swear to God, I don't see you hoes, cause all I see is these zeros. Hey, I checked the scoreboard and why Shorty still got zero? Shorty got what? And your bank account the same amount, but that was on the D-low. She probably look like a model for $1, bet you bob like chemo. Hey, I'm in this girl and the nigga saying I'm so sick, I'ma need chemo. And your boy keep touching on me, I'ma have to get a free throw. I got all A's up in school, now I keep getting zeros. Better ball on a bitch all night like I'm trying to catch Nemo. And girl, I know you go to bed mad at me like you playing down Neo. My niggas cracking cards cause it's stack a star, but they probably leave your shit zero. I'm all about my bread, what I want extra cheese. I like my money here, I like my gyros. He hate my attitude, but love my ego. I told him eat it up like he a Leo. Then it's adios like the Migos. Cause I'm back to chasing them zeros like zero, 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 yeah, zero, 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 zero. Spend it all, I don't say money, not a hero. Pussy popping on his face like I'm the chemo. Bitch act up, get touched, get fucked up, take your Negro. All this fucking money, fuck you, suck my ego. Name another bitch, take a flight 24, took her overseas. If I ain't do it right, real shit, why the fuck hoes mad at me? I'm a motherfucking beast, I intimidate a bitch. Put your man on the leash, cause your man wanna eat like a feast. But you don't understand, not a man that I need, you can keep him. Spending that money like fuck it, I promise I'll double it back. Niggas not nothing, don't trust him, he say that he love you, he bluffing, I swear that he laugh. I keep it on the D-low, you don't need to know how it go with the zeros. Ain't got a flex, ain't got a check yet, but I bet niggas can't compare to my zeros. Yeah. Zero, 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 zero.
Bandz, bitch, I got zeros. Hollows bust and leave zeros. Caught a move on a BOA if it's ass, sweetie get zero. I see them bands, Miss Cleo. These broke hoes don't see though. Work for meal, just stand a deal, so I'm steady adding on zeros. Popped out with a bag on me. Keep talking, put that bag on him. Riding around with that mag on him. If a bitch mad, then slide on me. No fool shit, shorty shoot shit. Hollows bang and go through shit. Talk slick and get your boo hit. I got zeros, I can buy a hit. Pouring fast, I can flash shit. Whole stress wanna dance shit. Katie winning, you should call it quits. And KOD giving bitches rent. A penny earned and a penny spent. Try and poke me, niggas got me bent. I ain't buy a house, bitch, I bought goods. Why the fuck you think my advance went?
Zero, 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 zero,
0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0.